some kid pushed me down the slide. So I went back up and then like slammed his head off the slide 3 times and then pushed him down and then
Hey, nerd.
Yeah,
Give me your lunch money.
do you think there's some people out there that don't have moms? You're a sellout.
Yeah.
Did you ever have somebody come into like a stall near you and all you hear is and then you hear
All right.
yeah, they're like talking, they're coaching themselves through it.
And I always got picked because I was super cool. That was sorry.
Looked up like some type of like porn video or some shit. Ended up like walking downstairs, probably still watching it for some reason. My iPod got.
Hey, Wavelength Boys fans, all 13 of you. Do you have a boring wardrobe and you need to spice it up with some cool clothes? Well, we have the solution for you.
Do you want something spicy to put on your body?
Yes.
It's right here. You just found it. This is a t-shirt.
By my design.
Oh, wow. I think we should put that in the description.
Click the link. They're
Saint
cheap.
Savage.
Saint Savage.
The savagest saint I've ever fucking seen. Wow.
Link in the description.
AR points. Dude, I used to just take like 100 tests till I finally passed one and then I'd print it out.
Well, didn't they keep track
There
of
was
the
a
ones?
restriction, wasn't there? You can
Not
only
for
like
me.
take. Oh, you were in the special class.
No, of restriction? No, I just typed in like random book names or something, and then like a bunch would come up, and then I would click
you
on
took 100 different ones.
Yeah, 100
Yeah.
different ones.
Okay.
I think you were allowed to take it twice, so I'd take them all twice.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I would take like 100 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'd finally
That
pass
sounds
one.
super tedious.
Yeah, sometimes you'd, because there'd be like a page limit, so you'd just like, I'd pick a book, and then like, I would have to like, it would tell you how many pages there were. I'm like, nope, can't take that one. But then once they started like getting into like they have to be over 150 pages or over 200 pages, the questions, there started to be 20 questions.
You're right.
So
Right.
it was really hard.
Real difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up the stakes.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was very tough.
Well, Christmas is coming up, and aside from the religious aspect, because I don't think any kids really care unless they were extremely orthodox, like religious. They didn't really care about the religion aspect of Christmas. They kind of just was presents and Christmas time.
Hey, Santa's a lot more appealing than like the actual nativity scene to kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And I, in part, think that's why Santa was created, to make children behave. All right, I actually don't want to like research why Santa was created. What I actually wanted to ask is, do you guys have fond memories of Christmas?
No.
No, that's sad.
Yeah,
How about
I
you,
do.
John?
Yeah, I mean, like, up what alley? What do you mean?
I mean, just the whole thing. I don't think there was any greater experience as a child when you came downstairs after a sleepless night, just like waiting, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. You come down, the Christmas tree's all lit up, and there's just a shit ton of presents.
I don't think I was ever a kid to wake up early for it.
Really?
I slept in.
Wow, dude. Me and my sister were like, we were waiting at our doors, and like we were right across the hall, so we would open up and be like, it's good enough.
I mean, I would wake up like as soon as I woke up, I would get up, but I didn't like wake. I wasn't like having a bad sleep. I would always have the best sleep before Christmas
Really?
because we would watch Polar Express every night before
Yeah.
Christmas.
That
And
was
then,
the tradition.
And like, dude, just the aroma of Christmas. Well, especially because we'd have like scented candles and stuff.
Sure, the smells.
Yeah, just like the vibes of Christmas is awesome. I love the holidays just because of that.
Yeah, the
Especially-
vibes.
Yeah, and like
I agree.
Thanksgiving around that time too. Like the smell of like whenever my mom makes stuffing or something, like she'll
Sure.
have the like the bread out and shit, and just like the smell of everything.
Yeah. No, and then you got like Christmas Day. You're like, oh, I'm gonna see all my cousins, and like the whole family's
Yeah.
gonna get together. And it's gonna be, we're all gonna like.
Yeah.
Now it's just like we're all gonna drink and have a good time.
Well, I have a huge extended family, but like I don't know, everyone goes their different ways. So I mean, like it's kind of inconsistent nowadays. It used to be like pretty scheduled. Like, okay, the Saturday before Christmas, we always do something. But
Right.
now it's like whenever we can.
Mm-hmm.
But you have no good memories of like. Oh, wait, no, you said you corrected yourself. You have like those fond memories of waking up in the morning. Did you wake up early?
No, nothing too early.
Just regular.
Yeah,
Just a
Riveting.
regular wake up.
absolutely riveting.
No, I mean I remember going to sleep. Sometimes like it was exciting. I think one year I put like reindeer food on my roof.
Reindeer food,
Yeah,
which was
and then
Carrots.
no, some like it was in a bag and it said reindeer food.
Where'd you
I
get
don't
that
know.
at?
Like my mom's work party, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then, but I heard shit on the roof that night. And then I asked like years later, I was like, did you guys do anything though? And they're like, no. I'm like, what the fuck was on the roof then? So I think it was reindeer.
Right.
Didn't have a chimney, so I think it came in my front door
Okay.
usually.
Oh.
So
Doors like
left
wide
out-
open, broken hinges.
left cookies out.
broken glass.
They were usually eaten. Yeah, I remember when my mom told me Santa wasn't real. I was in a Kohl's,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
or
mentioned
maybe
that.
it was a Macy's.
Yeah,
it was one of the
Macy's.
two.
It was definitely Macy's. I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, maybe it was a Macy's. Yeah, that was traumatizing. But, dude, you know what I fucking hated about Christmas, though? Was, like, texting your friends, like, oh, dude, I got this and this. And you're, like, happy. They're like, oh, well, I got this and that. And you're like, oh.
Fuck.
Because, I feel like I had, like, some rich friends and then, like, some, like, poorer friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I always talked to, like, my richer friends or some shit. And they're always like, well, I got this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's cool. And they're like, yeah, can't believe you didn't. You little pussy.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you?
no, I'm just kidding. That never
Shitty
happened.
friends.
But they were like, yo, I got this, and then you're like, well, now I feel like shit. I think it was just like the comparison thing, because like the
Right.
comparison is like the thief of all joy.
I never did that, I don't think. I mean, there was people that I guess I talked to.
like told your
but it was
friends what you
mostly-
got.
Yeah, but it was mostly like when I got to school, everyone's like, "What'd you get? What'd you get?" But no one was like shitting on each other.
Dude, it was always over text.
And I was usually getting kind of like personalized things, not just like the video game that everybody wanted. So I didn't really care what other people got.
You never did you ever question why like some of your poorer friends were getting like worse stuff like before you figured out Santa wasn't real?
Oh, you're talking about
Like
As
you're
far as, like,
wow,
money
Santa's kind of
goes?
a dick.
Or they just
I don't
weren't as
think I
good.
ever. No, I just don't think I ever really realized. I
They
always
weren't
like.
as good because they're poor.
I don't think I ever really thought Santa was real. Like, I was like, oh well, he's probably delivering it to some people, but my parents buy my shit. Like, I always, I don't know.
See, what my parents told me before they just like gave up was they said the presents under the tree were from them, but the stockings were from Santa. That's what they said.
So Santa got you like toothpaste and.
No. My mom went all out with the stockings. Those were honestly, I was more excited for the stockings than the actual presents. I've never been one to care for like presents or anything, especially nowadays as an adult. I just like if I want something, I'll buy it. But like stockings, I don't know. I just like seeing a bunch of like goodies of like snacks and stuff, like beef jerky or something.
Right.
That's fun.
I remember one year my dad got me a 22, like a rifle, and my mom got me an Xbox 360, and they gave me like the gun first. And I was like, oh, thanks. But like, I really wanted like an Xbox 360 because I was a kid. And I didn't really like shooting's fun, but like you can only do like so many things with it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I just remember like my reaction, like trying to like fake it, like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah.
It's tough.
Versus like, and then I got the Xbox 360 and I like went like crazy. Yeah. And I still think about it to this day. I feel like I underreacted to what my dad gave me. And I must feel bad for his, like my reaction towards that.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah.
It's funny, like the things like you carry with you. And that's like one of them. Makes
Right.
no sense. Like,
I don't think I've ever
he
thought
probably
about
doesn't
that.
remember.
Like getting a gift for like a kid of yours and seeing the reaction. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that would hurt so bad. And then your spouse gets them something and they go crazy.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that would be torture.
You'd be
I
like,
mean,
fuck.
I think as a dad, I would just take the hit and
Yeah.
and I'd talk to my wife and I'd be like, I'll get him this one. He probably won't. I'll get him the socks. You get him the Xbox.
Like whisper in her ear.
Oh, like let her be like the hero.
Eye open.
Oh damn. So that's how you're gonna be. You're gonna be the hero, and you're gonna be the villain. Sweet.
Super
And
grudge.
together, you guys are gonna be in a nice relationship because it should work out.
Wait, we're together? Why are we together?
I don't know, because like it's like opposites attract.
Right.
Okay. Well, I guess that's how it is.
It's set in stone.
All right.
It is how it is. I mean,
Heard it here
I don't make
first.
the rules.
You're right.
Santa does.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways,
He
I
is,
had a
he is the guy
vivid.
that makes people get married and stuff.
Right. He just authorizes it. I had a vivid memory of when I was maybe in third grade. I went a while. It might have been. I don't really remember. It might have been a full year where I was just like, I'm gonna be real good this year, this whole year. Because before I was kind of like, I was maybe mean to other kids, or I was mean to my sister, just like nothing crazy, just like a little shit, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna go this whole year, and every time I think about doing something bad, I'm gonna think about Santa, and I'm gonna think I've been good this up till now. Think about all the good loot you're gonna get. So I just went that whole year of being good, and then it was just kind of like an average turnout. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know how good I fucking been?
Oh no. What a shitty realization.
Yeah. I mean, I was nice to my parents too, so they probably saw that, you know. I was nice to my sister, so it probably was better than I thought, but I thought I was gonna make out like a god, you know.
Yeah.
And it didn't. So I was like, well, what's the point? And then I started hitting kids again.
Damn.
Did you ever get in fights when you were a kid?
No. Nothing physical.
Yes.
I know you did. Yeah, I was asking him first because I knew he would have less than you would.
Oh.
But into yours, when was your
Well,
first
before
It's messed up.
he lays out every fight he's been in
No, I'd rather not.
for the
No,
next
just,
hour.
Just the first. Just the first is all I want.
Next, Jesus.
I just want to know about the first.
All right, go ahead.
Fucking lame.
Probably in
You
the
don't-
first grade.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Something on the play. It was always on the playground.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember, well, there was one, some kid pushed me down the slide. So I went back up and then like slammed his head off the slide 3 times and then pushed him down and then he like went and told on me. And the lady said, Jacob, come over here. And I went over. She's like, here's your glove. No, she just gave me my. No. She gave me my glove I lost on the ground. And she's like, now go inside. And I was like, holy fuck, I just got away with that. So I got away with it.
Wait, the
It was
kid's like
perfect.
bleeding out.
That's so brutal.
It was in the third. That one was in the third grade.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
in the second grade, I made a kid move schools because he's like, I do. Well, at the time, like, I did Taekwondo and he did like ATA, if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
And my dad and I always were like, we went like one class at ATA and we were like, whoever does ATA is a fucking bitch. So basically, he told me that and I'm like, you go there. I'm like, dude, you probably can't do anything. And then like we ended up fighting. This was in the second grade. So there was like a bunch of people around us, like a fucking school scene. Like you could have shot a movie. Anyways, he like tries to do something, I don't know, and I sweep his leg out from under him, his front leg. He hits his head off the ground. That was it. It was over. That was it. He ended up moving
Damn.
schools, dude, that week. His parents took him out of school. Yeah, he was gone.
That's
I think his name was like
embarrassing.
Alex or something. I really wish like somebody could like confirm this story because he was gone. I don't know if it was because of me or what.
I mean, imagine the embarrassment as a kid, especially in like that grade where
Yeah, everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
it'd be tough.
I didn't even try.
Damn.
I'm just a god.
Yeah. Second grade, you.
Second grade.
That's imagine.
Dude,
how
if
far
I
you've
could go
come
back,
now.
I think I peaked in the second grade. Most people peak in like high school or
Right.
whatever. I peaked in the second grade.
And after that, you just started bashing kids' heads in.
Just downhill from there, man.
Dude, the imagery of you just like like 3 times that you know.
Yeah,
the
3
number
times.
Duh, duh, duh.
No, I used both hands.
Was he? Was it on the top of the slide?
Yeah. And then he slid the whole way down crying.
blood stream.
No, it wasn't a slide like this. It was a squirrely slide. So he went around crying, and then I watched him run. And then I watched him run over here, and then I went down the slide, and I was just smiling.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
it was
went
in the
down the
winter.
slide?
Oh yeah. Right after I went down the slide.
It was in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
They let kids out in the.
Yeah. We just had to like bundle up.
He like stop. He comes to like a dead stop at the end of the slide, like crying, and then you come down and like kick him, drop kick him off the slide.
No, I don't think that happened. I wish. I just vividly remember like that whole thing, but her just being like, "Come over here," and I went over, and she just handed me my glove. I thought I was in trouble.
Yeah, dude.
She
What
just
did
handed
you?
me a glove and I went
What did
inside.
you feel when you were walking up to her? Like, I'm
I
so
was
screwed.
Basically, like, oh fuck. And then like
Yeah.
I went over, I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You dropped your glove," and I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Did she just like ignore him?"
I was gonna say, did she see it? Like, was there no way that she would have missed it?
I don't know. Because the slide at the top was like a castle,
Right.
right?
Right.
And then it slid down.
So, it
So
might be covered up.
it might have been covered up. Yeah.
Did you get any fights, John?
I've never been bullied openly. I've never been like, oh, that guy's bullying me. I probably have
Right.
been bullied, but like not to the point where like I remember.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you?
Been bullied?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not in like the classic stereotypical way, but just like, kids can be dicks. But it's not like a reoccurring thing where they're like, fucking, what's up, nerd? You know?
Okay. Yeah. I had friends that were just bullies. I don't think they noticed.
I mean, it's kind of hard to classify bullying because, when you say bullying, you think of like like pushing, hey, nerd,
Yeah,
give me your lunch money,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, shoving
obviously-
people
I
in
don't think that really
lockers.
happens.
Yeah, obviously never to that point, but even then, like I think the worst case of bullying I've ever had was probably by a friend who was just kind of like just getting too feisty, like just joking around probably, but not like bullying, just
Yeah.
being unaware, I guess.
Well, I used to be like a chubby little boy, and I would wear skinny jeans because I thought they were like in, and I thought they were cool.
Right.
So then, I got bullied for that by my own friends. But I like the friends I didn't sit with at lunch. It was all like I remember vividly, like it was at lunch. I remember his name. I remember what he said. I remember like what I was like.
Core memory.
Yeah, I remember what I was wearing.
Now you've never worn skinny jeans again.
They're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
At least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Or else I'd be wearing them every day. But
Right.
I can't
I think
anymore.
they are. I think they are still.
No, I would not.
They're still what, in?
No, uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
no, they were definitely uncomfortable. I have no idea why I liked them.
Yeah.
Fashion, I guess, maybe.
I think I like
Did
the
you think you
look,
looked
like
good?
yeah, like big shoes, like big white shoes and black skinny jeans. I liked that at the time.
Yeah.
That's definitely a look.
Yeah,
That's,
That people do.
I wear that sometimes. I have skinny legs, so I just wear regular jeans.
yeah. I never had skinny legs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
My brother got bullied for wearing skinny jeans too. So maybe it just like wasn't cool to wear skinny jeans back then. Or maybe at our age, it just wasn't cool. Because I feel like it was. I feel like in fashion, that's probably like where it came from.
yeah. Back then, I think it was at the time, but it was more like girls were like, "Oh, look at this dude," and it was like some like famous guy, but he was also an adult. He was also like not
Yeah.
chubby and like good looking.
Like ripped.
Yeah,
Right.
so it made sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's how it is with a lot of fashion trends, though. I mean, that's how they get you. They show like a model wearing this, model rocking this hairstyle. I can't do that.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, if you look at high schools, it's just filled with kids trying to follow trends and just not pulling it off.
I never did. I don't think I had any fashion sense at all. I still don't, but like especially in high school, I wore logo T-shirts and stuff, and shorts.
well, kind of looks like you do right now.
Oh, do you like this?
I do. I really like.
You can check it out at the link right here. Anyways,
If we ever do that with like a real product, I'll fucking off myself.
do you want to cut that out then?
No,
I was
but,
being
like,
ironic.
Yeah, I know it's funny, but like if we ended up like doing that, like I watch videos of people doing that.
I will never advertise for something that I'm not like I don't think it is worth advertising. Like if we get like Raid Shadow Legends or some shit, I'll be like, no, fuck that.
No.
I'm not, or any mobile game in general. Nobody plays mobile games, dude.
But what if they
No.
pay you like $100,000 to like promote it? You're just like, no.
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'd find a way.
So you're a sellout.
Yeah, dude.
At
are
least you
are
admit
fucking
it.
kidding me?
Dude, I'll
I
play
don't
the
know,
game
dude.
for $100,000.
Yeah,
See,
if
I
they're
thought-
like,
do it.
hey, I want you to play the game and form your own opinion on it.
Okay.
There's actually I've seen advertisements for that, like people that advertise stuff and don't even like fully condone it. They're just like, there's yeah, it's a mobile game, but like they gave them a bunch of money, say, hey, so you say what you think about it,
Okay.
and I think that's really cool. Like, I don't know, like. I don't play mobile games at all, but like that would probably make me want to play something more if they were like, "Hey, be honest. Don't read this script. We don't care about that shit. Say what you say about it."
Well, did you ever see like brand deals? Did you ever like look up brand deals or watch videos on brand deals?
What do you mean?
A lot of like influencers, after like a brand deal goes wrong, will post about the brand deal that they got. They're like, okay, guys, like here's the deal that I got received from like X company, and this is what they said. And a lot of the times it's like, we will pay you $4,000 to do blank. And usually it's like, you have to say this, you have to incorporate this, we need this in the background, blah, blah, blah. But it's like a long list of like everything that you need to hit in like a 1 minute video.
Right.
And a lot of the times it's like, a lot of bullshit like I love this game, blah blah blah. But it's like say it in like a non-ironic way. Like you need to say it like this, and we need you to put this word in there.
Oh,
And
really? Like,
so yeah, they're like it's basically like just using a figure. Like if they could AI generate like a fake person, like
Yeah.
a fake Kylie Jenner, like they would probably do that.
dude, you could deep fake probably.
Yeah, honestly.
Get like an impersonator and deep fake it.
Yeah.
There's
But
a cool video from Corridor, and they showed this. They used a Tom Cruise impersonator, and then they put a deep fake over him. It's really like uncanny because it just looks like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And it's like it's crazy what you'll be able to do.
That's
whenever-
also illegal to sell
Impersonate,
products
yeah.
that way. Yeah.
Right, but well, yeah, in that case, then if you can get like, well, people do use AI like AI characters because Samsung uses, or is it Samsung? The people that had the girl that the people, all the guys on the internet went crazy.
AT&T.
AT&T, yeah. Instead of her, they have just like some AI girl that's just like gray hair, white face, nothing, no like, no like facial features or anything. She just maybe she has facial, but she's a cartoon character basically.
okay.
And like they use her to advertise. I guess that's just a fucking character. That's just advertisement. That's a mascot. That's what that is. It's a mascot.
Right.
Did you guys see the AI like Chat GHT or something like that, or it's like a new AI. I forget the exact name, but it's like Chat GHT or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like what it does, it's like you could type it in like if a doctor is like so a doctor did it on TikTok. They put in like okay, a patient is presenting with these like symptoms, and then it's like okay, it could be any of these possibilities, and then they're like okay, but this patient has like a fever of this, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like, okay, treat them. It gives you like a way to treat like these like symptoms to the point where like a doctor's like, in his opinion, he's like AI could easily like replace like us doctors because like in the matter of minutes, it just like solved like this problem like that I went through in med school, and it like told me like what to prescribe like this person given
Right.
these symptoms.
Right.
Yeah, that's inevitably going to happen, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
makes sense.
Chat GPT.
Sounds right.
We've trained a model called Chat GPT, which interacts in a conversational way. The dialogue format makes it possible for Chat GPT to answer follow-up questions, admit its mistakes, challenge incorrect premises, and reject inappropriate requests.
Is it available to use right now for free?
A lot of people are using it, so it looks like it might
They
be.
say we are excited to introduce Chat to get users' feedback and learn about its strengths and weaknesses. So, yes, for feedback.
I think AI in general is like the biggest breakthrough of modern technology. Any form of AI, like there's so many different forms of AI that are just crazy sounding that you wouldn't even like be able to think of. You can't as a human.
Well, one of the new ways that some businesses are using it is taking it. So imagine going to an MRI. A normal MRI lasts like 45 minutes or something, and that's for one image.
Mm-hmm.
One time I had to go for 3 images, and it took over 2 hours. So I was in an MRI, like engulfed in this machine, like slamming noises, you know, and I can barely fit, like, just because like I'm wide. So like my shoulders were like this for 2 hours. I kept like slightly moving, and they're like, we have to stop moving. We have to retake it. So I was in there for like 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think, in total. Fucking awful. Anyways,
Did you fall asleep first?
yeah, because I kept
gonna
like
say- I was
falling
gonna
asleep and
say-
like twitching,
I was
and they were
gonna
like,
say.
stop moving.
Yeah.
And that's all you heard was stop moving. It sounded like a robot. But AI can now take that 45 minutes to an hour. That's like normal time, I think, for one image, and break it down to 15 minutes, and then just take AI generated technology and propose, hey, with 99% accuracy, this is what is wrong. And it'll produce the image.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes like 15 minutes.
Right.
So it just cut the time down.
That's nuts.
So now you can, like, MRI machines are hundreds of thousands to like $1 million. Like, they're not just spitting these out. Like, hospitals don't have money to do that. So now you can do 3 times as many, 4 times as many MRIs in a day because you can get more patients in there. So it cuts down costs too.
Yeah. Do you think AI is going to get to the point where it's the innovators of humanity, where we just give it problems like, hey, there's this cancerous tumor in a person. What's the best way to attack it? And then it doesn't even consider chemo because like that's just going to damage the person, and it just finds a different route. You think it'll get to that point, and it'll just come up with like, oh, you just gotta mix root beer and Pepsi and you're good.
I wish it was that easy. I think I don't think so, but possibly, because I think right now it's taking like all the information that it possibly can throughout like the internet.
Yeah,
and
but if you
searching for
give it
like,
all the
certain things.
medical information that we currently have,
Mhm.
don't you think it could start
Piecing
coming
things
out?
together.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. Yeah. But I don't know how it would do like trial. Well, I guess I do see how it could do like trials and errors.
Like
But-
simulations.
Yeah. It would have to be simulations.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I think it's possible. I think with time, I mean, why not? I mean, there's so many things that AI can do already that I would never have guessed it could do. Like the thing that you were talking about, how many podcasts about like the image that can capture wherever you are.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking creepy too.
Yeah.
I feel like you could like I feel like if somebody was stalking somebody, they could probably use like certain things. Like there's always going to be evil in the world, and I feel like people are always going to find uses for this new technology to create like evil things or do evil things. And that's like the scary part or scary side.
They're using it for diagnostics, like I said, or like you said, and it can help minimize the human error rate in like maybe finding cancer in somebody's body. So if they run some kind of diagnostic system over an X-ray, that will reduce the chance of a doctor missing the cancer in your body. And I think that will really change the medical game and medical malpractice for sure. But then I hope that doesn't like make doctors think that they can like take it easy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the growth of technology is definitely going to decrease the amount of doctors in the world too. I mean, that's just inevitable, I feel like.
Yeah, it's going to decrease everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope this is continued to use as like a tool rather than
Yeah, still used by humans, but assisting rather than replacing.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you sent me a video of somebody using AI to make music,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't like, but not for the reason where it's going to like take musicians' jobs. I just
Yeah.
think it would be lifeless music.
Probably.
But I mean, who am I to say it could be the best music I've ever heard, you know?
Well,
But I don't like the thought of someone like making like they have an animation. They're just like, I need music. All I had to do is go to this website, and I got a perfectly original symphony score that I pay like $15 for.
yeah.
You know, I mean that's gonna take a lot of jobs in itself, but
You can't beat the satisfaction of completing that piece yourself, though. I mean, we talked about, AI art, for example. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's cool that you can just like hit a button and text something, and then it makes an entire piece out of it.
yeah,
But you can't top that satisfaction of completing a piece yourself. And I don't think like anything's ever going
Right.
to take away from that.
well, if someone rather than paying someone to compose a score for their animation, all you got to do is
Yeah.
put in some prompts.
Get some royalty-free
Yeah.
sounding. Yeah.
Right, and that makes sense. Obviously, a passion project with people putting their hearts in it. That's why I don't like the AI music or like the thought of AI music, because there's no thought of someone behind it putting their emotions or like their thoughts into it, their ideas. That's to me, because when I hear someone singing in a song and I'm listening to the lyrics and what they're saying, everything's like connecting, and there's ideas behind it. There's stuff that's making me think. I feel like AI just can't do that.
Well, the AI that you're talking about, it didn't have to do like vocals or anything, did it?
I think it did.
I thought it mixed and mastered.
Oh, did it mix and master? But
Yeah,
I mean,
don't think it did I think the one dude did the vocals.
even that though, because
Mixed and mastered it.
mixing and mastering and the whole production process, that's what gives the song life.
Mm-hmm.
There's a million different ways you can do it, and it'll change the song a million different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the premise stands, but
No, yeah. I definitely just sent it to you as like a joke, like, oh, this is gonna
Right.
steal your job. I
Yeah.
didn't think it was good. Do I think it'll improve? Yeah. But I don't think AI will ever take over art or music.
There was
I don't
That's
think
such,
it'll
like, a
take it
soulful
over,
thing.
but it'll definitely have a lane that'll grow.
I don't have a source for this, but there was like an art best art of the year or something, and an AI art ended up winning it, like an AI generated piece of art, and it was a cool piece of art. But like the thing about AI art is that if you look at it close enough, there's always there's flaws everywhere. Like on the broad scope, it's really cool to look at. Then you zoom in, and nothing makes sense, like what you're looking at. There's no like actual figures. There's no shapes. It's just stuff that it's like abstract almost. It looks like a shape. I mean, it could be anything. That's actually it. What you're showing right now.
Right.
Wait, let me see it.
Yeah, rotate that to Jake.
Yeah, here. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a cool piece, but you can tell it's made.
I'll put that on the screen.
Yes. It's definitely made by AI.
Yeah,
cool.
right away you look at it, but you zoom in on it, and you can see all the.
Right. Everything kind of melts together.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is. It just because it tries to like form everything together, like fuse it, so it's seamless. It works, but it's
I mean, also if someone painted it in this style where it's kind of you have to infer that this is a thing. Like you can tell what everything is, like at first glance, but yeah, when you look at certain details, nothing makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would imagine other artists aren't happy about this winning.
I think, especially people that are involved in the actual competition or whatever it's called. But I mean, as an artist myself, and we were talking about it before when we first got into like that Dolly program that makes AI generated art.
Right.
I think it's cool because it works as good inspiration for artists, especially if you like have an idea, like a basic idea, you could kind of whip something up real quick.
Yeah.
And then get some framing ideas or something like that. I think it works really well.
Well, that's why that was made, right?
What?
Dolly, for like people to put in like ideas and then generate. Then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of like sparked something.
I don't know if it's specifically that, but I mean, that's probably one of the reasons. Sure.
So I was thinking while you were talking about AI in general, and it brought up like the thought of like Neuralink. But as far as like, because I was thinking like the human brain is like very complex. It's like a beautiful thing. I mean, it's also a scary thing. But with Neuralink, do you think, as far as art and music goes, that like if you implanted that into your brain, that like it could take like AI and like help like your brain or anything like that? Like, do you think it would help or hurt? Like, because I was thinking like technology versus like the brain, because that's basically what we're talking about.
You mean if AI worked in synergy with the brain?
Yeah, because if you like AI versus the brain, that's like what it is right now, kind of. And that's what we're talking about. But if you infuse it together, which is basically like what Neuralink is, what Elon Musk is doing, then it becomes like together. They work in synergy. So
yeah, it sounds like you would have a well-oiled machine. Like if there's something wrong with the brain, the AI will figure it out, and then it'll, give the best the way to correct it. But
as far as like music and art goes, like I'm just like trying to think what would happen. Do you think your art would be better, music would be better? Or do you think like it just comes down to the human brain? Like, because you're the producer.
I'm confused on what you mean still. Like,
I think I understand.
It's a hard question.
It depends how AI goes about trying to fix that, or not fix, but influence it. Like if there's probably a way or a chemical that your brain can unleash to boost creativity, even if it's like some kind of psychedelic drug that your brain naturally produces, and the AI just like, let's just pump it just a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you got all these great ideas.
I think we need to learn more about Neuralink, I think in general, to know what it would do, especially talking about like productivity and creativity.
Yeah.
In general.
I also don't think we need that. I think humanity as it's now is making incredible art.
I agree. Honestly, I hope it doesn't happen, because I think it's one of the scariest things to ever exist.
I'd rather it not happen, to be honest.
You think it would happen in our lifetime anyway?
Yes.
It's
I think at the rate we are progressing, by the time we're older men, I think our like 20, 30 years, our minds are going to be blown by what's going on.
Well, the thing about Neuralink, if you have enough money, because he could charge, like Elon Musk could charge whatever the fuck he wants, because whoever buys it is going to make 10 times more than what they paid for it. Because it's going to make you, like you said, into a well-oiled machine. It's going to like make you into like a superhuman.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah.
if you don't have it, you're going to be behind in the human race. That's why it's scary, because it's like integrating technology into like the biological human.
Yeah, and
It's
you can't,
scary.
You can't like pass that down into generations. So it's, everyone
That
would
too,
need to.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like cyberpunk or some shit.
Yeah, and it's scary because it sounds limitless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when like if you're sitting down at a piano and you don't know how to play it, the AI can just like maybe AI or like the Neuralink can project things in your eyes and like show you what keys to hit, or
Or it just takes control of your body, and it just like
that's possible too, I guess.
you just.
I
Like,
don't know what
become
the
Mozart.
limits are, but I guess anything's possible.
That's really dystopian. That sounds
Yeah.
scary as fuck.
That's
but
what I
also
was saying.
Really cool. At the same
It
time.
sounds
sounds
really
cool,
cool, but
But
fucked up.
super scary, yeah.
And you can't. Right, you
Well,
can't
just-
pass it down.
Just the idea of like what you just said, taking control of your body and like doing it, and then like that leads down the road to like it takes control of your body and you do something you don't want to do or some shit.
And I guarantee
yeah,
you it
that's
could.
the first thing everyone's gonna think. It's like,
Yeah.
how can this can get hacked?
Imagine
then-
like the president owning it, and you're like, "Fuck, I want to kill the president." Somebody hacks the president's mind and kills him or some shit.
Right.
Dude, that's fucked. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, well, I guess they can like hack electric cars and stuff, right? But I feel like that's also got to be different.
That
like,
was one of the things I was thinking about, like dystopian, because if they're like, obviously, like if you're in a police chase or some shit and they just shut off your car, it's like that's fucked. But you were doing something wrong.
yeah, it had to happen.
But like, what if like some dude was trying to rob you and they had that technology
Right,
shut your
right,
fucking
right.
car off?
Yeah.
You think it probably would be super expensive though, right?
Neuralink?
Neuralink, yeah.
Yeah, because you could make the money back.
What do you think ballpark?
Money wise,
Yeah.
easily $1 billion, maybe more.
What?
Mm-hmm. Because it's only going to be released to the elite, and there's probably like, if you think of all the billionaires, like that's like not very many people.
Yeah.
That's probably at least 500 people though.
We better
At
get
least,
this fucking
yeah.
podcast rolling, man. We want to get to $1 billion.
I don't want it.
Dude,
You
I
can have it.
don't think $1 billion. I think.
Yeah, I
You
think
think it's gonna be less?
Yeah.
I'd
Really?
say in the hundreds of millions.
Maybe at first, dude. At some point, he's gonna want to mass produce it because it's gonna be in high demand.
It's gonna be in high demand,
And then
people
he's
are gonna pay
want
whatever.
it. Yeah, and then just the money you can make with everybody having it, and like maybe paying for updates or DLCs or something. You know,
Oh, do you think it would have like firmware updates and shit like that?
probably. Yeah,
100%.
definitely. They'll be definitely adding stuff
Just like
to it.
you're in the middle of like doing something and it's just like it's updating.
You gotta
You're just
take
like,
a 20-minute
fucking
nap.
Not now. Yeah, that shit would be annoying.
Well, you have to plug your brain in at night.
Well, you could probably. It's like a phone.
Is that
you
what
can,
it said?
No, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you charge
I think
it,
it's
right?
I think it's like you know, like how like you put your phone down on those chargers.
That's what I
Yeah.
use.
What are they called?
Charging dock.
Yeah, but it's just like
just like the pad.
what's it actually called? Something like it. It starts with like an I or something.
I use
Whatever.
it, but I mean,
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. But it's like that. I believe it's like you're just like on. I imagine it's probably like a pillow or some shit.
Oh, right.
But you like the back of your head because I believe it's attached through here.
That's so fucking like dystopian.
You just lay on
dude.
it and you. I believe you could probably just hit a button, go to sleep or some shit. I don't know. I want to sleep for 5 hours and you just wake up. That's kind of fucked. Does it
Yeah.
like wake you up?
Cause yeah, I was gonna say like, what if something needs to wake, like your house catches on fire?
And what happens if it goes down to 0% battery?
Well, I don't think it like puts you in a coma, would it?
If
I
it
bet
goes
it
like
could.
0% battery, wouldn't it you just revert to like your normal?
Yeah, you're just
I
a
would
normal
hope so.
person. Yeah, yeah, you just die.
I would.
Okay, no,
Fuck!
I'm
I
not-
gotta
That-
charge.
that-
I gotta charge. There's a dystopian movie talking about like time and basically
on
like you
their-
have a watch.
in time.
I think so.
Justin
on-
Timberlake.
Yeah,
Maybe.
on their
Yeah, yeah,
forearms
yeah.
they have like
Yeah.
a countdown.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
how much
That's
cool
time they have
movie.
left,
Yeah.
and they
Maybe
could
it's
like
that.
they could like transfer
Said
it to
it's-
other people.
yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's
you
really
pay
cool.
for things in time.
yeah.
and
There's
shit?
people with like a couple hours and they gotta like work their asses off to
Yeah.
not die. I was just looking at this article about some mind-bending applications of Neuralink. It's for visual prosthesis. So works in the visual neuroscience department said that this project has the potential to provide a visual prosthesis for people who have retinal injury or blindness. So it just cures blindness.
Mm-hmm.
For telepathy,
I was thinking about that, but at the same time, I was like, how would that? Because you don't want to just invade someone's privacy, or you don't want your privacy invaded. So it'd just be kind of like a phone call. If anything.
yeah, no, I think it'd be more like texting.
Like you see, like, hey,
So-
somebody's calling you.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to talk?
But
No.
dude, that alone, I feel like that's just worth get it. You'd feel so left behind if people were talking with their minds.
Yeah.
Like we were talking right now, and he wasn't like a part of it.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? Hey.
We're just like
Hey, podcast,
stare.
podcast,
You have to like
podcast.
stare at each
Dude,
other. and
everything would change.
No, I don't think the staring thing would be a thing. I
just-
think.
imagine getting like a girl's number at the bar. You have to like stare at her. She like makes eye contact. She's like fuck, but you get like locked in. He's like, give me your number. Give me your number. It's like fucking creepy.
Playing hard to get, babe, and then she's just staring back and it's not saying anything.
Yeah, I don't think
she
you
doesn't
can-
have Neuralink.
You can't like force your thoughts on people.
But imagine like somebody gets pissed. They like take like their beer. They're like, oh fuck you, and just like splash your Neuralink with their fucking beer or like their drink.
Yeah, where is it connected to?
It's
The
in
back
your
of your
head.
head. Yeah. I thought it
Is
was
it-
like,
is it
I thought it was
external,
back
though?
here, but like there was
No.
like a charging pad like on like the back of your skull.
It's probably
or some
like
shit.
mat.
Dude, you have a fucking USB
it goes,
port in the
it
back
goes
of
through your skin.
But what if somebody fucking takes a magnet? It has to be like it can't be magnetized.
Nah.
There's no way because magnets fuck up electronics.
Yeah, no, it's probably not.
Imagine if somebody EMPs. That's like that could destroy like every electronic. If somebody EMPs,
Well,
like if China throws
again-
an EMP over here, we're done.
we're also hoping for the fact that like if it's off, then you're just back to your normal human
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's super cool that they're curing blindness, but they're also doing that with injectables into the eyes. They're injecting like
Right.
certain
I've
things,
seen
and
that
it's
too.
very promising. I
What's
would
next
rather
on
have that than an electronic.
Yeah, but I
if
feel like
possible.
it's more viable. Like it can do anything. Wouldn't the injections just kind of be limited to a certain condition?
Probably, I would assume.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
Because if it's like retinal damage,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an actual injury. Nostalgia on
no way.
demand. Memories fade, so you can just conjure up memories and relive them.
I've always wanted to do that.
That's
man.
crazy.
That's cool.
that's kinda
Because you
cool.
have like those light bulb memories that they talk about,
Yeah.
and apparently they're not always 100%. Sometimes like your memory shifts.
Yeah, but also would it be only be able to show you stuff that you've had since you had Neuralink?
I think
or-
so. Yeah.
I was gonna say, be able to unlock old memories would be cool though. I'd love
I
to.
don't know though. Like your brain has to be like imprinted somehow, right?
That's
I
what
don't know enough about the brain, but like if so, then you'd be able to like remember those old memories.
That's what I would think too.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you ever think about like if you could like after your death you could just like rewatch your life on a like a TV screen or something, or like see your like the highlights, your,
life
best moments or
flashes
something?
on. Yeah.
Be kind of cool.
Your highlights reel.
There's a few
That'd be
moments that I'd like to like just repeat, just like see,
Right. Yeah. Of
First
course.
time, yeah.
Of course.
experience them and stuff.
Do you think there's some people out there that don't have moms? Like I don't mean like a mom present. I mean that don't have moms, like lab babies. Do you think those are things? Do you ever hear
that's
about
a
that?
different question.
Like in vitro like fertilization, but to like an extent
Right.
where
I
like
feel like there's
you're
an
like a
answer
test tube
that
baby.
we could look up, but I don't know. I want to say like
Maybe.
I want to say no.
I guess
but-
we have a computer.
Like
we don't have to tell you. We
test
don't have to
tube
talk in.
babies.
Yeah, we don't have to talk in hypotheticals anymore. We probably look up anything we want.
Wow, well, it's like we're back in the 80s. Or
Dude,
some
one
shit.
time
Dude,
I was on my iPod, and I think it was I don't know what generation it was, but it still had like the button, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just had the one button on top and then the volume buttons on the side. So maybe like a second gen, but it was a touchscreen one. I looked up. I was up in my bathroom upstairs, right? I looked up like some type of like porn video or some shit. Ended up like walking downstairs, probably still watching it for some reason. My iPod got stuck. Dude, it completely froze, but it kept playing the video. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't exit out. I couldn't shut it off. So it was just playing like in my kitchen. And then like for some reason, I don't know why the fuck I was watching it first of all. Especially like walking down the stairs and everything.
Well,
I was
you
just
were-
really
yeah,
into
who
it.
cares? Yeah.
But yeah, my parents were down there and I was like, fuck. Like, what do I do? I didn't know what to do.
You smashed it.
No, I honestly don't remember what happened.
Oh.
Yeah, that was always like an internal fear that I had. Like anytime
too,
I
and
watched
then it
porn as a kid, like I was like, what if my iPad just like I can't turn it off? I just like it starts playing full volume for some
Check
reason.
the Bluetooth like 9
No,
times.
no, the speakers. What I actually did, the speakers were on the bottom, so I put like the speaker like against me, and I like just kept hitting like the power button. Eventually, it powered down.
Right.
Dude, I was so
Why
scared.
don't you just like walk back upstairs?
I didn't think about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean like yeah.
course.
I was just
panicking.
panicking.
Right. You're like, I have to keep going.
Did you ever have somebody come into like a stall near you, and all you hear is, and then you hear, and then they just take like a huge shit and they go, and you're like,
That's the
what the fuck?
That's the sound of the butthole like quivering, like.
But they make that noise. They're like, and I'm like, dude, are you
people.
are you
make-
okay?
There's some guys that make so much noise in the bathroom.
I've
like,
never made a peep.
They'll walk in like the urinal or some shit, and they'll be like, all right.
Yeah, they're like talking. They're coaching themselves through it. It's fucking
It's like,
weird.
why are you talking to yourself?
There's
So
two
weird.
types of people, and there's no people in between, where it's just people that wait for everyone to leave or be as quiet as possible, and there's people that don't give a fuck
I feel like
and just let it blow
I feel like there's some people that are just like oh shit, and then like that's it.
and just let it go.
Yeah, but like yeah, dude, the people that walk in, like you would just hear them walk in the store like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude,
Here we go
they
again.
walk you through it. It's like you're a part of the process.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, it's so weird. It's like
Makes
I don't
me
know,
very
I
uncomfortable.
would never want to hear. First of all, I don't even do that like privately, let alone like publicly.
I always look at their shoes. You
Yeah,
know
I do
why?
that
Because then
too.
I go out when like I'm done and I look for those shoes the entire
Yeah.
day, and then I
Dude.
find them and I'm like, "You're a sick fuck."
Yeah.
You remember playing 7-Up, Heads Up 7-Up in school?
I was you're one of those
I was a
motherfuckers,
peeker.
and you look.
I'd put my elbow out and I'd like look underneath.
You
Yeah.
piece of shit.
That's a goated strategy, though.
That is a good strategy.
I don't know why I wanted to do it either. You
Well,
just
there's middle schoolers watching this, and now they're like, "Oh, taking notes."
They're like, I
You
knew
fucked
it.
up.
I knew she cheated.
With my
Did you ever
Neuralink,
get
I'm
called
just gonna
out?
know.
I feel like
he's way too good at this.
I feel like it was. No, I think I kept it believable.
Did you like fake it?
It was like whenever like like in Incredibles, whenever Dash is like faking running fast, so he like keeps. Yeah, it was like me.
Just like that.
Yeah, it was just like that. Like I'm a
Yeah.
superhuman, and I was like,
You got nothing
insane.
on me.
But then like one of the times I was like, oh, it's you, but I knew it was him because I saw his shoes.
Uh-huh.
But they were
So
like, they're like, oh, okay, so he's not cheating.
Yeah, you got it wrong sometimes.
off.
I
That is
think
the
what
way
it
to go.
was people were building suspicion, and I was like, yeah, I had to like do something quick, you know?
Yeah.
I had to get it wrong. And I always got picked because I was super cool. That was sorry.
Dude, I sucked at that game. I fucking hated that game.
Yeah.
We
I
I
thought
think
you weren't peeking.
No, occasionally they'd be like, "Does anybody not want to play?" And I would just raise my hand and just sit there.
Dude,
Fucking hated that game
watch.
that much.
I remember one time this kid, like, dude, it was just obvious. He thought I was cheating, but really it's because he had these clammy ass hands, and I had my thumb up, and he just like sweat, just grabbed my thumb. I'm like, oh, dude, I fucking know who that kid is. And I
Yeah.
called him out. He's like, you cheated. You were looking at my feet. I was like, no.
Yeah. You
Is that
could
what he
tell.
That's
sounded
not what he sounded like. That was just super offensive. That's not what he sounded. He's
Definitely is. Great.
You can
You're making
tell
fun of kids
sometimes
like that.
between like the guys and the girls, where the girls are like a little tap, and then the other guy, like some guys are like
Yeah.
fucking.
well, I would always be smart about it. I would always like go like directly behind someone and then like reach over them and like tap
Right.
so that they couldn't see
They
my
couldn't see
shoes
your
because I knew
shoes,
I was
yeah.
a cheater. So
Yeah. No. That is also a good strat.
yeah,
I don't even remember how to. Did you have like a thumb up or some shit?
yeah, you had to put your thumb up and then you had
Right,
to like
put your
cross
head down.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then like you had like your boys come up like.
no, that's
It never happened
just
to you
you,
guys?
I guess.
Oh. No, like I
And
said,
they're
I
like,
never
it's me, Jake.
never fucking played that game. Fuck that game.
It's like somebody puts their mouth on your
Oh no! You look up, it's the teacher.
Dude, no one would believe you because everyone has their head down.
Luckily, there's a fucking teacher in the room. I would hope.
Right,
Teacher like
watch.
leaves. Oh,
Dude, yeah, but they look away for a second. Like, that's a room full of kids. Some kids just like,
Like the weird kid.
it's the weird. And he's just staring at you too while he's doing
dude,
it.
I just imagine like the front-facing view of the classroom. All the kids lift their head up. One just like mortified, just like, just
Crying.
like slobber dripping from his thumb. No, I feel like if that happened, you'd definitely be like, "What the fuck, dude?" And you'd like get up right away. But